This midterm race will determine everything when it comes to the next 2 years. People are wondering why we're turning around, well, the next, not 3 years, it is next 2 years, wondering why he's turning around meeting with Mamdani, wondering why he's saying bye-bye to Marjorie Taylor Greene, which I think this is the wrong thing with her to do. I personally believe this is a wrong thing with her to do. She's a firecracker, she's a fireball, and she definitely has sway. But this question of affordability surrounding housing, definitely surrounding housing. Housing affordability is the worst thing right now, especially if we look at what's taking place in Atlanta, some of these metropolitan areas. Housing affordability will make it where this new generation cannot afford homes, and if they afford the homes, they'll be house poor. That's it. So I believe he's posturing and putting himself in a position, one, for the party to come out strong during the midterm, addressing affordability, but also to make himself be the affordability president, the one who talks about affordability, who's in connection with affordability. Now, you may disagree with a lot of things with Trump, but one thing we do know is that he makes deals. But I can see one thing from Marjorie Taylor Greene's experience that Zoran is in a world of shit. And I'm going to let you see this because these are the major points. We just needed to talk about the major points in this meeting. That's why I didn't want to listen to the whole thing, because there were some major things which show me what I'm saying is true.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers.
I want to clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say
okay.
yes.
Okay.
That's easier.
So when he does that play, everybody wanted him to turn around and blow up Mamdani. I was looking for him to get up there and blow him up. I was looking for him to treat him like he did Zelensky when Zelensky came up there. Midterms. He's going to, I'm not going to say that word. He's going to screw over Mamdani. He's going to drag him through the mud. He's going to let him do what he does. And at the end of it, every last thing that this mayor does that drops the ball, because he's going to drop the ball regardless of how many you guys want to champion him and believe that Mamdani is the next, what is it, Bill Clinton. I've heard some real outlandish statements about who he is, and now we see a lot of socialist Democrats coming up from Portland, Seattle, Minnesota, just coming out of the woodworks. They've been there, okay? And I say woodwork, but they've been there, okay? Now, he just wants to drag him through the mud, because you got to consider this. This guy has never ran a municipality before. He's never ran anything of this level of caliber with these moving parts, even when you put your cabinet in place. And we saw it from Trump in his first run. He put a cabinet in place, and the cabinet literally turned on him. The cabinet said, oh, you're big business, but you're too big business for us. Plain and simple. And that's what we're going to see with Mamdani. He knows it. See, there's a thing about having a ton of reps that you do whenever you do something. So whenever you go to work out, for example, whenever you are creating or doing anything, even this particular podcast, even this stream, I went through about 4 or 5 different variations before I actually came to this point. And I'm probably going to go through about 3 or 4 different more as I begin to structure it more towards my audience and providing them what they want and what they need. You've got to do those reps. You don't have enough time to do those reps and screw up people's lives. Screw up the business, because we see that in Chicago right now. Chicago, the downtown is desolate. And now, because they don't have any big businesses downtown, the tax burden is being shifted over to people that own houses. This is what's going to happen, and he sees it in the NYC. Even though all of this is song and dance and is pop and circumstance, the word of affordability, every last player right now in the political structure wants to be tied to that word. And that's what I believe is happening.
It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Why did you fly here? Aren't trains greener?
I will use every form of transit, and I want to make sure that they're all affordable in New York City, and that's why making buses fast and free is a centerpiece of our campaign.
Did you?
There's a bus that goes.
Well, but I know, but it'd be fluid. That's a lot quicker too. You know, I mean, he's working very hard, and for him to be, that's a long.
Look at the compliments. Just, hey, we're the best buddies. We're cool. Hey, we're good. Nice and comfortable.
That's a very long drive. I'll stick up for you. You know.
Republican Elise Stefanik has campaigned multiple times by calling Zohran Mamdani a jihadist. Do you think you're standing next to a jihadist right now in the Oval Office?
No, I don't. But she's out there campaigning, and you know, you say things sometimes in a campaign.
Isn't that sort of
She's a.
That would be a great opportunity for him to say, yeah, he's a jihadist. I believe that. Trump has this guy lower his guard so much in this whole thing, giving him his political clout, stealing some of Trump's political clout. There's more going on in this than just the commander-in-chief trying to bury a hatchet. I don't think so at all. But we will know within the first year of what type of mayor he's going to be. I think we'll know within the first quarter of where that's going to go. And Trump knows it, and he's just playing his cards.
Very capable person, but you'd really have to ask her about that. But I don't particularly. I think I met with a man who's a very rational person.
We talked a number of times about it on the campaign, was shifting the tax burden for property taxes from what he called minority communities to white-based communities and putting more taxes on white people. I also noticed that in your acceptance speech you didn't mention anything about America or Christians or white people in general, and so I didn't know if that was one of the policies that you guys had spoken about.
We focused on affordability. We focused on the cost of living crisis. What I will say is that I am very much interested in property tax reform, because what we see right now in New York City is a system that is so inequitable that it can't even stand up in court.
He used to call New York City home.
You notice he didn't address the question. He just spoke about affordability. So everyone that they gave an example of fits into that affordability space. And this is, to me, this was all just a show, man. This is really just a show. It was designed to let everybody know, hey, I'm with you. That's no problem. I got your back. I got your back. And I don't think that we kind of know what's going on in its entirety. And I don't think we'll really know what's going on until Trump decides to drop the anvil and let everyone know what's happening.